All right, now that we have got those technical difficulties squared away here, that's the thing about, even though we're not on live TV, live broadcast, you just never know sometimes. All right, so here's the latest, because we have now seen that severe thunderstorm warning that was in Bosque County expire, but they have continued the one for Hill County, and that's where we have been seeing the heaviest rain over the last hour or so, and we will continue to see some heavy rain, as well as the chance for hail and damaging winds in Hill County, as long as this warning holds together until 9 o'clock today. So we're going to look into the inside the storm right now for Hill County to see what hail sizes are looking like. Now, we did see hail today up to about 2 inches in size near Hill County. So some large hail has been produced from this particular storm. And right now, in terms of hail sizes, we're looking to see, luckily, that hail core diminishing a bit there. So looking inside, hail still near that 1 inch mark. And we're going to switch over from hail into velocity, which is the winds inside the storm, to see where some of the stronger winds are right now and how gusty winds are. Gusty winds nearing 70 miles per hour there. They were picking up on between 50 and 70 miles per hour. So very high winds within this storm system as well, as we're tracking this storm over Hill County. Now, if you were on our live broad stream earlier and you're on here with us again now, if you have any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments. I will gladly answer them as we continue to track this severe thunderstorm warning over Hill County. And all of us are under a severe thunderstorm watch until 12 p.m. into Monday morning. And that's because we can see more isolated activity develop through the night, or this batch of storms that are over our northern counties right now could slide into our area. So let's take a wider view for our radar right now as it gets ready to pull back up. Okay, looking wider, we're going to also turn on the lightning here to kind of break down what we're looking at moving across Texas right now. Again, any questions or comments, you can drop them in the chat. I will gladly answer those as I move towards the wall now to kind of show you what we're tracking over the area. A lot of distinct lightning moving across the area right now. A lot of heavy storms, more towards the east though, so it's moving out of our counties. That's what we want to see. The storms continuing to push out for us through the rest of the night. Now we're nearing 9 o'clock, and again, that's when that warning will officially expire or extend over the next few minutes. But I'm going to also show you all different model runs, and I just seen in the chat there that somebody mentioned about storms later on tonight. So I'm going to show you 2 different model runs and explain each model based off what we're getting right now on the radar. So we're going to stop this here, take it out of motion, and then move into our future cast. So we're going to pause it. And then right now, you see the heaviest storms moving across Hill County into Navarro County and then pushing out towards the east. But also, let me zoom in just a little bit closer so you all can see what I'm mentioning here. And so we know that storms, some of these isolated cells, which were isolated cells earlier, these storms have now become a cluster. So if you've been with us since about early 7 p.m. this evening into now, we first seen each one of these cells start as isolated development, but now they have clustered together. And these storms looking like they're moving now, not just towards the northeast, but they have taken a turn and headed towards the southeast of our viewing area. So now as I take you all through each model run through the rest of the night, this is what we can potentially expect. So here's what it's looking like right now. Get a good image in your head, because I'm about to switch over to our HER model, which is 2 days out. So this model is not showing nearly of anything of what we're seeing right now on our live radar. So with this particular model, it expected to see the development push out a lot sooner. And this is our short range, high resolution model here, but it's not on track with what we're seeing. Again, this is Sunday at 8 o'clock and it is now 8:53, and it's seeing less of that development over our area that we are getting. So it expected expected to see storms push out to the east a lot sooner and into Monday morning. We're not going to see a lot of development as we pass 12 a.m. and into that 2 o'clock hour, which is great news there. So by early Monday morning, we're expected to see more of rain stay towards the east of us, and through the rest of Monday, cloudy, but not expected to see stormy weather. Now, headed into our graph model here, we're going to fast forward times just a little bit because it still got us a little bit behind there at 4 p.m. So let's get more to a current time, about 8 o'clock. So we'll stop it at 8 for now before we get into that 10 o'clock hour. So at 8 o'clock, there we go. So at 8 o'clock here, this model, not in agreement either, but it is showing more of the activity that we're seeing now on our radar. So right now, if you got that good picture in your head about what we've seen on our radar, the rain is mainly over Hill County into Navarro County. Bosque County was getting a lot of heavy rainfall and some isolated severe thunderstorms as well, but now it has cleared up. Still a little bit isolated rain over in Bosque County, but it's mostly clearing now. So headed into the next hour on this particular model run, this is our graph model, is showing now more widespread rainfall through that 10 p.m. hour, and that's because we're seeing now those storms cluster together. Now it is picking up also more rain moving in from the west, which we're not getting that, so that's good, but we could still see that cluster that is over Hill and Navarro County turn inward into central Texas throughout the rest of the night. And so if that is the case, we could definitely see some rain, hail, lightning, and potentially flash flooding later on tonight. But in this case, now since no model is agreeing with exactly what we're seeing on our radar, we're going to have to keep track of it throughout the rest of the night with you. And that's why we're on our live broad stream. So you all can dip in and dip out, because we'll be here up until that 10 p.m. hour where we'll start our live news broadcast. And then I'll bring you all information there once we start our show at 10 p.m. tonight. So you can stick with us through 10 o'clock. We will be here live and then start our 10 p.m. show. And then if we have any further development after we are off of air at 10, we'll be back on the live stream to keep you all updated on the chance for possible activity late tonight into early Monday morning. But one thing that both models are in agreement with is that the chance for rain will be moving out nearing 2 a.m. on Monday morning. So luckily, as we get ready to head into Monday, we're no longer dealing with the chance for stormy weather. Now we're just dealing with the chance for hot temperatures here in Texas. And if you are from the area, you know how hot it can get. And today was just a small sample of what we can expect in the next few days to come. So I'm going to continue to track these storms here with you all, and I'm looking at comments in the chat. Is hail? Yes, hail is possible, Donna, for these storms that are moving through. Again, luckily though, and hopefully though, right now we're not seeing any activity. I'm gonna take you all back to the radar here as well. We're not seeing any activity across many of our counties in central Texas, just Hill County seeing a lot of heavy rainfall right now, and hopefully it remains that way through the rest of the night and we can sleep peacefully without having to worry about hail or lightning or rumbles of thunder while we sleep. Even though, I don't know, sometimes during stormy conditions you sleep very good. But as of now, we're seeing a little bit of the rain starting to try to move into McLennan County right now. You all are getting some few showers there, just very north of Coolidge. But in terms of hail sizes right now for this severe thunderstorm warning that is in place until 9 p.m. for Hill County, this was the last check of our velocity scan there to see what winds, how high winds were, but the hail core size looks like it's diminishing. Near Malone right now, though, you all may be seeing hail falling in your area, and hail sizes are diminishing there. So now they're finally under that inch mark. So Madison for Killeen, potentially if Killeen does see any development tonight, it'll be later on near about 10 p.m. So again, we're going to stay on live throughout the rest up until our 10 o'clock show tonight. And so then you can stay with us through our 10 o'clock show. And then if we have any further development, if storms begin to move towards central Texas, we will have another live broadcast up, keeping you all informed then as well. So as of right now, though, you see no rain across any of our other counties there. I'm going to start to the furthest northern county, furthest western county. I'm gonna go really slow so everybody can kind of pick up on their areas and see if you pick up on your city as I go slow. You see no rain across a lot of central Texas. Right now, the heaviest development is still remaining towards the north of our counties. You see, even down in the Brazos Valley, dry as a bone. Luckily, not a lot of heavy rainfall right now. Corsicana, you all are out of the way of the heaviest storm development. Still getting some rainfall out there, but in terms of hail or lightning or anything in that nature. Matter of fact, let me turn on lightning products. Even the lightning has passed you all in Corsicana, but you may still continue to see some rain. And if a flash flood warning is in the area, you may be included in that just because it's been raining over you all for a long time. But you're out of the way of the heaviest development. You see Corsicana, let me see if I can find me a little pointer. I'm gonna circle Corsicana. Corsicana right there, circled in that green kind of like spirally thing. See, I see there, but there's no rain. And you could make see lightning and may hear rumbles of thunder still because you are still very close to the storm. And if you're about 10 to 15 miles outside of the storm, you can still see lightning and hear rumbles of thunder, but you are out of the way of any hail cores. You're just dealing with rain and rumbles of thunder, sadly, but you should be out of the way of this, even the rain here shortly. You're on the backside of the storms now in Corsicana. So that is the great news there. Hold on, got the wrong product turned on. Let me get my pointer back and slide over. It looks like the severe thunderstorm warning has been canceled. So great news. No further severe thunderstorm warnings over our area. Here's one final check though before you leave me on this broadcast. I'm going to give you all another step through the day and what we can expect headed into our 10 o'clock show. And then here's what the rain is looking like right now over Hubbard. You all still may see hail. Hail may still be very prominent in this storm, but is not up to severe levels, which is up to that inch mark. So near Penelope, between Penelope, Malone, and Hubbard, that's where the main hail core is. Mount Calm, you all may see hail here shortly if the storms continue to track more towards the southeast. So keep that in mind that we're not completely out of the way of rain and the potential for hail through the rest of the night. Again, most of the heaviest development though right now over Hill and into Navarro County. Some rain beginning to move into Falls County near portions of Coolidge just to the south of you all, but everyone else not seeing rain at this time. Now, based off one model, we could see development slide into 2 a.m. But again, stay up to date with us by our 10 p.m. show. I'll bring you all more information, and hopefully these storms are all of the way towards the east of us and we have no more worries throughout the rest of our Sunday night and we can all sleep peacefully. And luckily though, the great news is after a very long and tiring week after stormy conditions, we're not dealing with a tornadic threat tonight. So very quickly, we're still under a severe thunderstorm watch until 12 a.m. this morning, 12 a.m. Monday morning. So still under that severe thunderstorm watch there. I showed you all the model runs earlier, but just for a quick reminder here, hopefully we want to go with the HER model showing development is going to be out towards the far east of us by 12 a.m. on Monday. But if not, and we're going with the graph model, if the graph model holds true, then we can see thunderstorm development into 10:30, 11:30, and possibly into that 12 a.m. hour. But you already see the graph model is nowhere near on track with what we're already seeing on our live radar right now. And that's why it's important for you to stay informed throughout the rest of the night, because we could see some development push in potentially. So we're going to keep you all updated there. That risk zone for today has now updated, and it's level 2, slight risk over our counties throughout the rest of our Sunday and into tomorrow. We're talking a potentially level 1 slight risk for Monday. So into early Monday morning, still dealing with that level 1 slight risk for severe weather as well. One more check of our radar before we get ready to end our live broadcast. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and joining us here as we track that severe thunderstorm warning. Now it has expired and no other warnings are across the area. Again, only the heaviest rain moving across Hill as well as Navarro counties. And we will be back with your next weather update for our 10 p.m. shows. And if we have any severe thunderstorm warnings before then, we will be back with a live broadcast. Again, thank you all so much. Hope you all continue to stay safe throughout the rest of your Sunday. Again, if you have any quick questions that you want to drop in the chat, I know I'm getting ready to end the live broadcast because we don't have any more severe thunderstorm warnings in place. But if you have any questions for me, you can definitely drop them in the chat and I will gladly answer them. Again, we're going to start 6 News Weekend at 10 p.m. So you can join us once again for another check of your radar to see if we're going to see storms turn more towards the southeast or continue to push out towards the east of our area, meaning the rest of us in Central Texas and into the Brazos Valley are going to be through with the rainfall for a while before the heat cranks up. And again, you can join us on 6 News at 10 and I'll tell you all how hot it's going to be. So for the Lampasas area, you all are completely out of the way of any rain. So the storms continue to track towards the east and towards the southeast for Lampasas through the rest of the night. There's no more rain expected in your area. And if so, probably an isolated shower into early Monday morning. But you all should be clear from the rain as storms are again more towards the north of our counties and headed into the east of us. So as storms are moving northeast and potentially turning, just depending on how strong they are right now, they could potentially turn, and that's when we could see some further development across Central Texas. But as far as Lampasas, the storms have moved over you all and no more development behind it for us tonight. So that's the great news. Once this batch of storms right here that are over our northern counties, again, once they move out, that'll be it for the rain for a while, because we're going to see the heat crank up and then it's going to get extremely hot. So we need to prepare for that as well. Now through the rest of the night, we can still see some heavy downpours. And again, don't be surprised for Hill County or into Navarro County if you see a flash flood warning, because that chance for heavy rainfall is over your area. Now Limestone County getting added to some of that rain development there as those showers are just north of Fairfield. So again, you can join us at 6 News Weekend at 10 p.m. for your next weather update. There's no more questions in the chat. So again, thank you all so much for streaming wherever you are streaming from. And if you have any questions, again, feel free to drop them in the comments. I will check back to answer any questions. And again, join us at 6 News Weekend at 10 p.m. tonight. Thank y'all so much, and y'all have a lovely rest of your Sunday night and an even better week lies ahead. Y'all have a good one.